Hey y'all, this is William Kennedy with Theatrical Media Services. Today I'm going to tell you about the Haze Base Base Hazer. There's going to be a few things we're going to go through. First thing we're going to do is open up the lid and get inside and show you where the pump and the display is, and also the thermal switch. And then I'm going to show you how to replace the pump and the display, and then I'm going to show you how to replace the cap and the hoses in the back. First thing you got to do is take off the lid. So got the screws out already, but you have a total of 11 screws plus 3 up here as well. And once you get those off, you can take the lid off. You just set the lid to the side. Okay, and on the inside here, going to show you, here's the pump. Here's the air pump. We're not going to worry about that. Here's the power supply for the fan. Here's the heating element. Here's the power supply for the whole unit. Here's the display board, DMX input-output board, and then on the heating element behind it is going to be the thermal switch. So what you need to know is if you turn this guy on and the power is on and everything works fine, but it's not outputting or it's not letting you pump or the fan's not coming on, that's going to tell you that the thermal switch has probably tripped. So the easiest way to do that is, like I said, take off the top and get in here. And in the very back, behind the switch here, you'll see the switch is right here, right behind there. There's going to be a little point that pops out. You're just going to click it and you'll feel it click in, and then you're ready to heat up the unit again. That's a real easy thing to do. It just takes you about 10 minutes to open it up to get inside there. Okay, as far as the pump replacement goes, this is going to be a real easy thing to do too. Once you open it up, as you can see, the pump's right here. You're going to have 2 lines right here. You have one that has a red and one just solid black, and it's going to be real easy. You just take off the top 2 lines. Just remember which one goes where. And you have a line right here that tees off. Then you're going to have a line in the back right here. Okay, so all you got to do is just pull these guys. You got a little rubber holder that holds it on one side and another side here, and you can just pull this guy right off like this. And then pull that guy just like that. So you have the pump free of the bracket that holds it in place right here. So then you're going to take this guy, pull the little holder back, and you can just pull the line right off. Okay, so just keep in mind you might have a little extra fluid in your line, so you can just take a towel or something and set it down in here so it doesn't leak. Then you're going to take this side off. There's usually not any fluid on this side, but there might be a little bit, but just be wary of that. And then you just take the pump off like you have it here and get your new pump, and you're just going to put it on the same way you took it off. Put the line back on. Set your guy up right here. And just line it up and slide it in. And it sits right in place. Now don't forget which way your wires go. The red one's on top, black one on bottom. Put the bottom one in, red on top. Pretty easy for the pump. The next thing I'm going to show you is the tube and cap replacement. Let's kind of situate this here. As you can see on the jug right here, you just have a cap, and we're just going to take that off so you can see what's going on here. Okay, and on the inside, you're going to have another line right here that attaches right here, and then a filter on the end of that line right here. All you do to take that thing is just hit the button right here and release it. And this is the whole tube and cap assembly right here. So super easy to take that guy apart. Then you're going to come over here on this end, and as you can see, there's just a little kind of nut that goes around and holds the tube in place. So all you're really going to need is a set of pliers and loosen it a little bit. Get your hand in there, unscrew it. Okay, and this is going to be set up kind of the same way the tubes were in the inside here as well. They just sit on the end. And you can just pull the end right off. You're probably still going to have a little bit of juice inside there. And it's pretty much that easy. You'll get a new one of these and replace it. And a new one of these, so when you order them, this will come in the package, and this will come in the package as well, right here. So we're just going to put these guys back on. Just remember, this guy right here has to go on there before you put the tube on. And you're just going to slide it right back into place. Push this guy down, screw him back on. It doesn't have to be super tight. It can just be hand tight just to hold it in place. It ain't going to come out. And that's all you have to do to replace the tube and the cap. So we're going to put all this back together. Get that guy tight. This guy just pops right into place and clicks and doesn't come out. So we'll move him to the side. Okay, the last thing I'm going to show you here is going to be the display board and the replacement of the display board. Okay, when you're going to replace the display board, which is right here, as you can see, there's a couple things that are plugged into it where I have to unplug. But in order to get to the display board, we have 3 screws, one here, and one here. We're going to take those 3 out so we can move this panel out of the way to get to the display board. Just going to use a Phillips screwdriver again. Okay, once you get those screws out, the first thing you're going to do is take the heating element leads out. Now, it's all in one loom right here that's attached to the heater, and it comes all the way and goes through a little hole right here where there's a divider between this compartment and then the rest of the compartment. So we got to take these 2 lines out. You can use a small screwdriver or a pick is what I got right here. There's going to be 2 little tabs on the inside here that are orange that hold these in place. This happens to be the old style board. I'll show you the new style board here in a second once I take those out, but you got to take this line out first before you can get to it. You just pull the plastic tabs out. As you can see, it's just a little tab that slides right in there. Same on both sides. Okay, once you do that, it loosens up the front panel so you can get to that easier. And then the next 2 things is you got a bigger ribbon cable that goes to your power supply here, and then a smaller ribbon cable that goes to your DMX input-output board. You're just going to take those off, and they just pop right off and then pop right back on. There's only one way you can put these connectors on, so you can flip them around, try the other way, but it won't allow you to. You got two plastic tabs right here, a smaller and a bigger, and then you see how they line up. There's a smaller one here and then a bigger one on this side right here. Only in one way you can put it on. Same with this guy. He's got the bigger one on this side, the smaller tab on this side right here. Okay, once you do that, you're going to have 4 just nuts you got to take off right here. In order to do that, you just have to get a socket set, and this is actually a 7/32 socket. Okay, once you do that, just kind of go from the back side and you can push the display board right out. And as you can see, there's not a lot to it on the front, the back, and it only goes one way. So I'm going to show you the difference between the old style and the new style, but you can use with both. You can use both of them in both styles. As you can see right here, it's all about the heater connection. So you got these two the plastic ones that I showed you there, and this one is just one complete one that you put the wires in, and I'll show you that here. And that's the little connection right here that they give to you. And as you can see, you got 2 ends right here. You just take the wires and put them right in each hole. Okay. Now, one thing you need to remember when you're putting the display board back on is when you're connecting these two back up again, you got to make sure you get them on the right side. And if you look here close enough, one side has a green wrap on it and the other one is just white. Okay, this one is the green wrap. The green always goes to the right. The white always goes to the left. So if you could just remember green to the right, you'll be okay. Because if you swap these two, you're going to make the heater overrun with heat, and it's just going to heat up and melt down until it just shuts off. Let's get this guy attached first. Once you get all the screws back in, you're going to turn them on. Make sure the display board comes on. Make sure your fan kicks on, and it only takes about a couple minutes for it to heat up and be ready to haze. And then hit your haze button. Just monitor everything and make sure it's going through good. Thanks, guys, for watching this. I appreciate it. Hopefully this helps you out. Feel free to like and subscribe to our channel, and any comments would be great.